Welcome to the Sci-Fi Center, the place to be, where comic books and wrestling collide magically. Movies, TV shows, and pop culture we share. Get ready to rock, we're here to take you there. From superheroes to aliens in outer space, we've got the latest news and reviews in our embrace. Turn on your screen, let the neon lights glow. We'll take you back to the 80s. Let's rock and roll. Sci-Fi Center, where the legends come alive. Get ready to geek out, let your imagination fly. We're diving into the past with a touch of modern flair. Sci-Fi Center, the ultimate pop culture lair. Come on down and get your geeked up, get at the Sci-Fi Center. We got almost everything a geek could want at the Sci-Fi Center. You name it, we got it. Star Trek, Star Wars, Marvel, DC, and everything in between at the Sci-Fi Center.
And here we are at episodes 10 and 11. We are literally just over halfway. Actually, no, we're more than halfway through our journey of 39 episodes. After tonight, we'll have one more of season 2, and then we'll rocket through season 3, and that should get us wrapped up just in time for March 4th's premiere of Daredevil Born Again. I'm going to try my best to get, because I really think that the Punisher series is important, but it's not essential. It's good to have, but we may not be able to get it in sequence depending on how schedules roll up. So, but we're going to try. So we are here. Here's how you doing, Brad? You're muted.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that the new headset?
Yeah, that's I still need to plug that whole thing in. Well, okay, but everybody, I would like to first apologize to my co-host tonight because he apparently his mathematical skills are a little bit lacking. Because we are actually tonight it is 11 and 12. It's not 10 and 11 because I
Which
did
one
8.
did you do?
I did 8, 9, and 10 when it was just the one with me.
Oh, you did 3.
Yes, yeah, I did 3. So yeah,
Okay.
we tonight it'd be 11 and 12, and then that leaves us with one more in season 2. A couple things I want to ask before we get started on that. Since with that being kind of the setup tonight, did you want to kind of do like with the next watch along, have like it'd be the season 2 finale, and then the season 3 premiere like in the same block that night?
We could do that.
Okay,
We could
yeah.
do that.
Yeah, because I was kind of because I wasn't sure because we'll have one episode left in season 2 after this, so that might be like a kind of a fun way to jump from season 2, season 3, and then also with the Punisher because Born Again is going to be dropping. It's not going to be like Netflix because it's on Disney Plus.
It's a week, so we do actually have time in between. So
yeah, that's what I was going to suggest. Like with the Punisher, if you wanted to kind of like do that as kind of like a bit of an overlap while we're getting into Born Again, we could go about it that way. But yes,
that way I don't feel gravity. By the way, I did get the thumbnail right. I got the thumbnail right. I just didn't get the title of the thing right.
Well, I did need to apologize to my co-host everybody this evening because his a businessman got math wrong tonight. And when
I
I'm
didn't actually get the math wrong. I wasn't here for 3 of those episodes, so it's weird. I'm on the rhythm.
when I'm criticizing your math, you know you got it wrong. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get the math. Look at the thumbnail. The thumbnail's right. The title of the thing was wrong. That's
Yeah,
it.
well,
I could change that.
you might say tonight the math is undefeated.
Yeah, whatever. There's no arithmetic, so it's still all right. So we are
Okay.
going to go ahead and I'll answer some questions real quick before we start.
Yeah,
I have not looked at the news from DC today. I have been predisposed. I had a lot of stuff to get done.
It was kind of a.
I heard it was
kind
nothing.
It kind of was. Although Gunn did kind of admit that he and Zach, as far
I
as
saw that
he said it's like they were having some fun because they knew that was going to stir the pot.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what I thought. That's a picture. Like I said, if anything becomes of that, that's great. But they work at the same place. They thought it would be fun. Everybody lost their mind over it. So I can't answer that, Brady, because I've been out of touch. Sorry.
Well, I mean, like most of it was other than that, most of it was kind of like saying it was Gunn saying like addressing, okay, this project's a little bit more on the back burner, or this one's kind of moving ahead a little bit faster, or there's a couple things we haven't talked about yet that are coming up that we can't talk about yet. But it wasn't anything like earth shattering news. It was just kind of a little bit of like here's like the sit rep at DC Studios kind of thing.
Yeah, they mentioned some. I heard because I was listening to Junkie in the periphery while I was doing other stuff. They had some Teen Titan stuff in there. Most of the stuff that I think was mentioned, I just don't care about right now. Because we're so far away from it. We're so like right now. It's hard to think about all the things that he wants to do until I can get past Superman and see how everybody's feeling about that.
And even that, like Superman, like there wasn't even like a big focus too much on Superman specifically. There was a lot of it was sort of focused on. I mean, they mentioned a little bit about Brave and the Bold and the Waller series and a few of these, but a lot of it was like focused on like projects beyond Superman. So again, it wasn't anything that was it wasn't anything that was gonna be like Vodka Stream talk or anything like that. It was just like
I was watching I watched somebody made a post that was working on X-Men 96 and 90 or 97 and whatever the six and the seasons 2 and 3, and then they bought the X-Men movie that they're preparing for, and so everybody was mentioning that to me, and I'm like, I don't think we're going to get an X-Men movie right out of the bat. I really don't, just because I just don't see, they've never really done it that way. And there's a lot that's going to be a huge money maker. It just doesn't make any sense that they would just throw it out there. I mean, I think you might see mutants. I don't know if you'll see them collectively as X-Men for quite some time. And somebody else messaged me about something. Oh, CinemaCon. That there might be
apparently that's where the next or like the proper Superman trailer is going to be shown at.
I thought they might show the movie because they've done that before.
Yeah,
they did that with Top Gun Maverick, and Top Gun Maverick was releasing a few months later, and they
did that with the Flash, obviously.
Yeah, they did that with the Flash. So that's when the next trailer. We're getting close. Wow, that's close for an actual first trailer, because remember, we haven't gotten a first trailer yet.
We've got a teaser, yeah.
So, hey, you know what? I wouldn't have. They're sitting in the big offices making millions. I'm going to let them do their thing. I would not have done their marketing campaign. I hope it works out for them. I really do. I have nothing to gain by this movie failing. I don't get paid. I don't get a bonus, and it's not going to mean that my shit's going to come. That I prefer is going to come back to this movie takes. I have nothing to win or lose, regardless of how it goes. But I would have liked to have seen a better advertising campaign. I was watching. And Warner Brothers, if you're watching right now, you're watching this show right now. Have you seen the Farmer's Fresh commercials for the dog food, where various people they keep their dog food in the refrigerator, and like the mother-in-law, the sister-in-law, the friend comes in, and even they had one of Sopranos theme one where the person opens the door and they see the dog food in the refrigerator and they start asking questions. Did you keep dog food in your refrigerator? Yeah, it's where they explain everything about the dog. Food, why it's all healthy and like that, but it's a dog food, and then all of a sudden that person is getting kicked out of the house. So, Warner Brothers, you should have already been on this. I'm an idiot, and I thought of this for you. I'm an absolute dummy. So you got Ivy League educated people that should have been on this. You need to have one of those for crypto. You need to have Lois. You need to have Lois and Clark, or Lois and Superman at the Fortress of Solitude. She goes into his refrigerator to get some whatever, and she sees the Farmer Fresh dog food in there, right? And then Superman's like, yeah, it's healthy. It's for my dog. I just don't give him any food. It's not dog food. It's human, whatever, right? And then obviously she'll do the same thing as all the other people do, right? And then all of a sudden she's outside in the snow in the Forest of Solitude, and then you see the Superman logo. I mean, you have a dog. Even if you go see the movie and it sucks, everybody loves dogs. So there you go. All right, you got to count us down. Are we? You ready?
Yeah, I got all queued up.
All right, I'm at the Marvel logo.
Alrighty, so we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Season 2, episode 11. Here we go.
Title 380.
Yeah, 380. That's it's obviously dot 380. That's obviously
ninjas.
Yeah. That's obviously
climbing up like Batman and Robin used to do. But they would have the special guests stick their heads out of the window.
Yeah, that was kind of a staple of the Adam West show.
I mean, it would be like a Phyllis Diller. I mean, whoever was hot, they would have them sticking their head out of there.
Pretty much, yeah. And they, it's funny you mentioned mentioned Batman and Robin because my mind flashed back to the movie Batman and Robin. I swear, it's like the final battle at like the ice telescope. And that, I mean, they must fire that those grappling hooks like 30 times in that final battle.
Yeah, and they're like hydraulic. Though that movie's so bad. Yeah. And again, I don't know what the cops are thinking.
Yeah, we're gonna fight ninjas. By the way, this fight scene is happening in a hallway. The fight scene's happening in a hallway. There's one movie from Indonesia that has a lot of fight scenes in the hallway.
Well, how about we just refer to Daredevil, where there's been fights in the hallway? We just
but this other thing that influenced Daredevil has a lot of fight scenes in the hallway.
Yeah, whatever.
So, just pointing that out.
Remember, the people watching have not watched The Raid, Brad.
I can't wait for when Born Again comes out and they talk about how much The Raid influenced Daredevil.
That's not going to mean shit for our audience. Our audience has not seen it. They've barely seen this show. She takes out a ninja.
Do you think, by the way, talking about ninjas, that we do you think we'll see the hand in any capacity in Born Again?
Yes.
Yeah. I think so too, because there's they're kind of like staple enemies of What do you think about Daredevil's rogues gallery? I mean, he's got his big ones are Kingpin, Bullseye, and the Hand. So
that's it.
And it's funny because I mentioned I was talking about when on the previous watch along, when you weren't there for that, when Kingpin, when he shows up, those are the cluster episodes. He finally returns in season 2. I don't remember. I mean, it's been 9 years. I don't think they ever at any point mentioned in the marketing or any of the press that Kingpin was going to be back in season 2. I think everybody was just kind of like thinking that just goes without saying. So it's kind of like I that's why I kind of asked like what the odds are on Elektra, and I think a lot of people put Elektra in a similar category where it's like she hasn't been mentioned, but it makes so much sense. It's kind of like all but a given. And yeah, actually, also I wish you could have been there too for those for that section of episodes, because it was the one of them was the episode where Kingpin uses Frank Castle in prison. He tells him one of the guys who was connected to your family's murderers in prison here. You can get answers from him about who was behind it all, and he, of course, Fisk is doing that because it's he wants to eliminate his competition in prison. And then he gets this grander idea about I'm going to get Frank out of prison so he can eliminate all my competition. And then once I get out, then it's city's mine for the taking. And I really love that plot, that Fisk hatches with Frank in that because he's very, no pun intended, frank with Frank about I am going to gain from what you're doing when you're eliminating my Fisk, his idea with that is, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So, and he's very upfront about that, saying, yes, I'm going to benefit from this. And, once you've eliminated my competition, then it's just you and me, and we're going head to head again. But the thing I loved about that, with the way he phrases it to him, where it's like, hey, if you don't want to take out this guy because I'm the one who's facilitating it, by all means enjoy prison, or this, and he puts it a lot of different ways like that. And the thing I really loved about the way they portray Kingpin in that is that it's he's very Machiavellian, obviously, in his comic book origin, but he really he's what they set up with D'Onofrio's Kingpin. He's really, really great at holding a carrot out to people. He really knows how to manipulate even his enemies into doing things that are going to end up benefiting him. And that was just that was like one of my favorite. It's kind of like that one of my favorite like examples of the Kingpin's ability to plot and strategize that we've seen on the show. Is the way he kind of manipulates Frank into being like kind of like an. Even Frank knows, when he's taking out these guys, like, I am eliminating enemies of the Kingpin, and what I'm doing is in some ways going to make him stronger when he gets out of prison. But at the same time, like, what's Frank going to do? He's like, this is my mission I'm going on. Is taking out these guys that are they're terrorizing people like my family. So, and that's what I really enjoyed about that, is how it sets up Fisk as just he's so great at being a puppet master. And again, something especially with him becoming running for mayor and Born Again, that's something I really hope they really emphasize in Born Again, is again that he knows how to he push this button or push that button, or like move this chess piece, and even his enemies, like like Daredevil and Punisher, can end up playing into his hands that way. So that was a little bit of a long-winded way of like me praising the the couple episodes that William missed out on the other night. But yeah, it's like, that's why I wish you had been here for that, because I do really kind of in my commentary on it, I really emphasize that's an aspect of it I really enjoyed. So I would have loved to have somebody like directly bounce that off of. Yeah, we started the episode, Aaron. We are
too much information. Thank you. You could have said you couldn't get to the computer.
So don't pick on my baby sis, man.
Oh my goodness, you two.
Yeah, Aaron. We are at right now 7:13. I mean, I put it like the way I phrase on here, say, hey, but guys, I'll be right back. I got to use the head or something.
Antonio.
Ninja zombies. Yes, they need to make that movie with Scott Adkins and Brent Foster and Michael J. White. Come on.
Do you have
Oh,
any other actors
eh.
that you watch?
Oh, the Ego Waste and Yaya and Reen from the Raid movies. You know, we got
Jesus.
listen, there are tons of martial arts guys and action movie guys that I'm a fan of. So I could bring them up all the time because they, you find such amusement me doing that. And Aaron's also saying, sorry, it could be just a cultural thing with me. Well, again, it's like, I mean, Aaron just said she was going to the bathroom, so it's like, I don't see why that's like a, yeah.
Okay, I hear a woodpecker.
Again, Yeah, Ninja Zombies. Yeah, I suggested Brent Foster for Ninja Zombies. Is that Brent Foster? Call him up for Daredevil Born Again season 2. Come on, come on, come on. By the way, also something else I I was talking about on the last one when you were out, with Rosario Dawson, because she was in like all of the first wave of Marvel Netflix, from Daredevil season 1 through Defenders. I mean, she was in every single one of those shows, both seasons of Daredevil and all the other shows. So, and that's a period of between, those released from 2015 to 2017. I mean, obviously, Daredevil was filming somewhat, beginning in 2014. But I kind of thought about that. It's like, man, this must have been like her full time job pretty much during that whole period, because it's like, I mean, she's committed, to every single one of these shows in the first, wave of Marvel Netflix. So it's interesting. I'd love, I like look up her filmography and like what else was she able to do or make, or make anything else during that period? Because I mean, this just obviously called upon her to, she was on call for like all the Marvel Netflix shows from Daredevil through Defenders. I do hope we see her again in Born Again too. Yeah, yeah, I like her. I enjoyed her everything a lot too. And yeah, I do believe they have parted. But yeah, she was in a relationship with Senator Cory Booker for like 3 4 years. By the way, William, I just looked up Punisher. That's 2 seasons and 26 episodes. So yeah, and I was thinking about this today because yeah, we're not gonna have time to like get through that or really even get into that between now and Born Again. But because that's releasing, it's gonna be like the first 2 episodes drop, and it's gonna be weekly after that for like 6 weeks. So yeah, I thought about that today. It's like we just kind of concurrently do that. But yeah, that'll be 26 episodes all told. So we can probably swing that before Born Again wraps up. Also, by the way, to the 19 of you watching through Twitter right now, if you have not already, please give a like and subscribe to the Sci-Fi Center YouTube channel. We are building our audience, our subscriber base. So if you haven't already, please go ahead and join us there. More great Daredevil butt kicking. By the way, also William, I don't know if you saw, but the I've been trying to get us the screeners for Born Again. I'm still kind of bouncing around on that, but there was they've had the red carpet premiere, and a lot of people in the media have seen the first 2 episodes of Born Again, and the reactions are really, really good. So that's very encouraging to hear. And a lot of them are saying, yeah, the fight scenes, are for people such as myself and Aaron, the fight scenes are very very enthralling. So very raid-like, you might say. You're muted, man.
You mean people that are obsessed?
Remember, you have to be odd to be number 1, man. Aaron says, I love the Rosario Dawson and Rent. If you haven't seen it, you should. It also has Anthony Head. I think I've heard of it, but I don't think I've seen it. So I'll give that a look, Aaron. But for those of you who haven't seen The Punisher, which of course will be, going through that as we get into Born Again pretty soon here. There's a lot of this in The Punisher. A lot of this in The Punisher. Oh, here's one from Aaron. Did you see those rumors that Born Again was originally supposed to be a comedy like She-Hulk, but due to the reception of that show, it got any writers and there was a word. You're still mute, man. You're still mute.
I hope those rumors are false.
I hope.
I'm glad that they never came to.
I hope they are, but I suspect they're true. I mean, the fact that they did the overhaul and made it as drastic an overhaul as they did. I mean, obviously that tells you that they decided, they're going this way and they decided to veer off this way. But yeah, again, that's just something. That's something that strikes me very plausible. That's right. With again, how much they just slammed the brakes, midway through, and just completely took it back to what it was, what the show was on Netflix. This I am inclined to believe.
Keep in mind while you're watching this, they have stated that Born Again is more violent than
yeah, which that's
Daredevil, so.
That's saying something with what we're watching right here. God, I can't even imagine I mean,
his face is all fucked up, dude.
Yeah. I mean, this dude, his cheek is like open. His cheek is like cut open. So Rosario Dawson's a great trance. I'll have to get that look, man.
You know what?
Said she's great in trance. I think the first thing I ever saw her in was Men in Black 2. That was the best intro, obviously. And then not long after that, I saw her in the rundown with The Rock and Sean Scott. That was a lot better. It's a lot better. By the way, William, also, I don't know if I asked this before, but Madame Gao is she now her presence on this show kind of sets her up a little more with a little more direct connection on Iron Fist, but is she a character that has a lot? Was she created for the show, or does she have any like comic book history? I think she was created specifically for Marvel Netflix. Unless I missed something.
Fuck. I'm all jammed up. What were you asking me about, Matt? I'm sorry. I had lost sound.
Yeah, I was just asking them if she is a character. Was she? And I might have asked before. Was like, is she a character that has any comic book history? Was she created specifically for
No,
Marvel?
she was created for this show. This is the first time I had ever seen her.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, I'm gonna let William handle this one, but I mean he's probably not gonna be. He's probably gonna
What
You
in the hell is your avatar, Jeebus?
know, it's clobbering time.
Okay, Jeebus, I've been hearing this about Kathleen Kennedy for like
Yeah.
7 years now, so
She's
I don't
been,
know what to tell you on
she's
that
been
one.
like fired any day now
Yeah.
since like the Last Jedi. So, I mean, I probably should tell you everything you need to know right there. I read that.
His his body count in this episode is okie dokie.
Iran, because I don't think it was ever a comedy. It became more of a legal show. It was not that connected to the original show. Punisher and Muse were in the OG iteration of They Were Born Again. And that's what his reading of like why the overall happened.
Dude, he kills so many fucking people in this episode. It's hilarious, man. I mean, we should have done. If I drank, we could do a drinking game, and it would be alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, it would be like that. That's like don't make any plans for the next day because that is a horrible hangover.
And the way he shoots and fires and covers his ground when he's clearing rooms is exactly the way you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, that's why again I'd really be interested to hear kind of see like behind the scenes all the training that all the different Punisher actors have done because it's not just fight choreography training, it's also weapons training, it's tactical stuff. It's
by the way, the way they do it in the two previous movies, that's also what's missing. He there's a crisp way he does it here that this is so like Larry Hama would develop the character back in the 80s.
Not yet, Aaron. We got about like 12 minutes left in this episode, and then we'll be starting 12 after that. Yeah, in about 12 minutes.
Like I said, the only reason why Daredevil's not on his, or Frank Miller's not on his ass, or Frank Castle, is because Daredevil holds back every time.
I love that where he says like, "Yeah, my way's not working, so maybe this once, yeah, we're gonna have to do your way."
He's lying to get him to cooperate, but it's still great. I mean, it's like, this is a psychology that is missing in all other iterations of Punisher. Okay, I understand why that was a bullshit explosion, but that's not how guns. That shit, it's like a big, like a small nuclear bomb. You just see the shockwave, and then you hear a boom, and then it's like that whole boat would have been disintegrated. You know, that's all.
What is the kind of kind of an offshoot of that? Like, what's the most like ridiculous use of like guns or bombs that you've ever seen cinematically or on TV?
Ooh, Die Hard.
That we Die Hard, really?
Die Hard. That whole building top is going to come down. I'd have to think
Yeah,
about that one.
yeah, Yeah,
Little
but again,
sticky.
I always my big one is like anything involving like Rambo, like with again just holding like the machine gun with like one arm.
Oh, that's complete. And then Predator, Jesse Ventura
Oh yeah, when blasting away on the predator in the forest and like and just like fires
with
like
a one
probably
arm
5,000
M16.
rounds.
He's using a railgun, by the way, something you mount on a
I
vehicle or a
I
ship or a helicopter. You can't
I was
do
ta-
that shit.
I was talking to my dad actually after we did that the Predator watch party, and I mentioned what you'd said about that, and he said the same thing. Where it's like, yeah, that I mean that thing would be like that. I mean, the tip of that would just be just liquefied.
Yeah. Plus, you wouldn't be able to hold it that way. Like I said,
Yeah.
it's literally for a vehicle. Like I said, that boat is gone. Hope you guys aren't squeamish. Ah. I just never thought Elektra and Stick were a fair fight because Stick's not to be fucked with, even by
Yeah,
either
that is
Daredevil or.
it's hard to have a fair fight against Stick.
I mean, and he's taught her.
It's not Daredevil, so
Yeah. Yeah, he's old as fuck, but he's still. He knows she's coming. See, this is like the.
by the way, Aaron, also we mentioned this last night, but happy birthday, sis.
Stop calling her sister unless you have
My
the
baby,
DNA results.
my
Unless
baby
you have the
sis.
DNA results, and
Yeah,
which
we
would
don't
end
need
the
the
show.
DNA.
By the way, we would just be pretty much done at that point.
She's officially turning 23. It's
Yeah.
today. Nah, it's
I still can't believe she's 37 years old.
happy birthday, sis.
Or if somebody be your baby sister, they probably need to be a little bit younger than 2 years younger than you.
No, she's almost exactly 1 year younger than me.
Which is almost a twin to be more appropriate.
Almost a twin, maybe. Oh, yeah. So, like I
Which is
said, it's like
even creepier.
again, like my
By the
father
way, this
or her
silhouette of
mother.
Elektra right here is the only time I really felt that this was Elektra.
Talk about when she just comes through the doors here.
Yeah, with the size, I get her ass beat.
I'm all ears. Alrighty, and now on to episode
We'll just
12.
roll right into it. Hold on, let me get there. The Dark at the End of the Tunnel, episode 12.
Here's we gonna be in a movie called Almost Twins. Again, it's like it's so obvious. Like it's like how is this like again? All the pieces are there. We don't even need a DNA test. It's like that'd be a formality. So happy birthday, Aaron. Are we going ahead and playing it?
Yeah, I'm playing. I just rolled right into it. By the way, guys, if you're watching, we just rolled right in. I didn't do a countdown because we're short on time, but we are at right now. There's a training session going on. 37 seconds.
Electra's kicking a whole bunch of dudes' asses. And this is Electra when she's like, 12 years old. Who was this playing the young Electra? She's pretty damn good here. Yep, Stick also trained Electra. That's actually, now that I think about it, that's one of the few things the Electra movie actually got right, was that, they have a history together too. Yeah, the movie is pretty bad. It's not Catwoman bad, but I mean, that's pretty high bar to meet. Because again, like a Stick, man, there's so many similarities between Batman. Yeah.
Which I didn't see the comment.
Aaron says there's so many similarities between Batman and Daredevil. Yeah, I mean, they're both ninjas. And bring it back to Stick. Yeah, like I said this, I think we were just starting in season 1. In the comics, Stick is like 90 years old.
Yeah, but he slowed his aging too.
Yeah, he's he's biologically 90, but he's fighting him is the equivalent of like fighting like it's fighting a warrior like who's like 28 at the oldest.
Not what you're seeing here is a Bradgasm. All this fucking close quarters, crazy shit going on. And all these ninjas are no match for Stick. Stick is the most impressive one in here as far as I'm concerned.
I should copyright that Bradgasm whenever you have an epic fight scene like this.
That's the side scene right in the fucking skull. That was beautiful, though. I remember this one. And it's funny because Matt's not killing, everybody else is killing. 2 of the 3 people in the room are just killing.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's Sai right there. Right through the eyeball. Yeah, William cut his hair looking clean. I actually just got my hair trimmed a couple days ago too. Yeah, Aaron. Oh, Aaron, I'm gonna take this and run with it. It's like anytime we're doing a watch party that has a raid-esque fight scene, I'm gonna invoke to say raid scene alert. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you for the assist.
No, you're not gonna fuck up the show, dude. No. Absolutely not.
Oh, thank you for the assist, sis.
You know what? Listen, little Ozzy, you're getting on my nerves the last couple of days. I'm still not over that pizza.
Oh, you had a conniption about that pineapple pizza last night.
Nasty. Ugh.
Google Bradgasms. Now we're taking it to the patent office. I want a quarter every time somebody says it.
There's probably some dude named Brad that's already cop. I have our 10 dudes named Brad that already got it already.
Yeah, Aaron, Aaron is like, thank you so much. Again, it's like it's so obvious. We are so simpatico.
Okay,
How could
you
it
are
not?
nauseating me
Don't
right
need a
now.
DNA test. All that would be is like it
Just
is such a formality.
creepy. I need to get
It-
drops for your
it-
creepiness. This ain't because you're getting progressively creepy. I'm gonna need a new entire whole.
Aaron, we're not gonna tell him. I'm just gonna DM you that day we decide to both come on with our geese on.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, raid scene alert. Aaron's like, Aaron. She just thinks like
She's on
me,
the.
and we both,
She's close to
and
getting it up on the ban list.
she thinks like me, and we all think like
That's
in a
not
way
good.
like none of,
We don't
and we
need
all
any
think like
more.
in a way like none of you can comprehend. So
You know why? There's a
because
reason
it's a
why.
higher level.
Yeah. Okay. It's a level. All right. It's called the spectrum.
Your raid scene alert. I am like Aaron. I have taken this football, and I'm taking that
Lord,
train. I am
flame.
all the way to the station. Thank you so much, Aaron.
Oh my goodness.
In fact, Aaron, now that you shared that,
Hey, chat. How are we looking? Okay, my YouTube is it's like a buzz or a fuzz around both
oh, you're
of
talking
us.
about like the way the image quality.
Yeah, because it's not just me. It's you. It's YouTube. Oh, I'm gonna have to figure out.
I'm gonna pull it up.
I'm gonna have to get with some other YouTubers to see if they're having the same issues because I worked on this all day.
Yeah,
And did
I'm looking at
testing,
it right now. Yeah, we do look.
but if you look at us, you can see us in our room, right? You can see us on the stream, me and you inside of StreamYard, and how crystal clear we are. And then you see it on YouTube. It looks like
I'm gonna do that now. See how I look on YouTube. That's actually kind of cool. I might kind of stick with this. Do like the whole Zordon thing.
Let me see it because I'm still there's a delay. It still has that fuzz. It's driving me crazy. All right,
Vince says it looks clear to him.
Okay, maybe it's just I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah, look at me. It's like you can definitely tell I need to shave right now. Although I turn the lights off. Oh, maybe it's a filter, a sci-fi filter. Maybe it is.
No, I mean it's YouTube. I don't know if I can fix it on YouTube because I'll go into the YouTube. Hey Vince, do me a favor. If you're still watching, can you go into YouTube Studio and see if there's anything we can do there to if there's a compression rate or something wrong? I don't know. Just curious. I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting. Shit, the corner literally should stay on site in this fucking show.
He should stay on site because he's going to get a lot of raid scene alerts.
Not funny, dude.
Hilarious. I'm gonna go back and forth, see how. Look. Yeah, I mean it's because I think I look fine there, because I'm looking at the YouTube feed for us. I think I look fine. Not quiet. We've been talking through the whole, both these episodes.
Wow. Okay, it's just me then. Okay. Oh, by the way, Brad, if you don't switch out your mic, I'm coming to Savannah, and you're gonna hear this, and I'm coming in there.
I
And
commit,
I'm
but
going to,
listen,
I'm going to pull it out, and I'm not leaving Georgia until I see it on your head.
but listen, dude, the counterpoint. I'm a lazy shit. I can't do these things.
Okay, I'm coming to Savannah. Then I will do it for you. Hell, Rhea travels. She'll come. She'll pop out there. Hey, Brad, and she'll fix it for you. You're driving me. That sound is. It's like
What
Darth
is the
Vader's
source of
breathing.
this sound you're telling me about? Because we thought it might be my lamp up here right behind my computer. Probably my ceiling
We
fan.
turned off everything, and we were still hearing it. It's just like if you switch it out and we hear it, now we got a problem. But that's the only thing I can think of.
William thinks that like he's blaming me for being lazy.
Yeah.
Oh, Vince, are you talking about when I use because I got a little switch here too. I flip the switch and I flick it back on. So I can either push the mute button here or I can do that. So is that the one you're talking about?
But Vince, you can hear it though. That it's like it's like rhythmic static, and it's so rhythmic. It's
Yeah, I think that's what he's talking about specifically when I do.
But you can hear like right when you're talking, whenever you're not muted, you hear like it's like driving me nuts.
Here it is. So I'll try to overcome my my innate laziness and break this out.
It takes 5 minutes, dude. It's the same one. Is it the same
but
one
that's
I have?
but
Hold
it's
it
10
up.
minutes too. That's 10 minutes too long. Yeah.
Oh, you got a better one. Yeah, she got you a nice one. She got you like a Yeti almost.
Yeah, but it's just so easy. Just like plug in the headset and just start talking. So.
Well, yeah, but if you got like static coming on, that's not good.
Okay, I'll try to get that plugged in for the next stream, but it's like you're asking awful lot for like me to take 5 minutes out of my day. It's like when
yes, I really am.
5 minutes feels like 80 minutes when you're lazy.
But the static makes the shows like last 10 years longer, and it's like hard to get into it. It's really distracting. Please fix it.
Well, it's not so. Well, I mean, it must not be so distracting that I can't annoy you whenever I point out a raid scene alert. Or you're talking about us, or you're talking about the show? Let's see. The one William has is the same one I have. You mute by touching the end of the extendable mic. Okay.
I just this is affecting the quality of the show. It should bother you, Brad.
He was talking about like us, like just.
I know what he's talking about, and I'm like, it's just, dude. If I can hear it,
but you're asking me to do things when I'm too lazy to do things.
I can't even believe I just.
I'll try to get a hook. I'll try to remember to hook it up.
You're saying that for like
before tomorrow night before we do.
Dude, as soon as she sent me on my mic, I had that shit up that show.
Yeah, but like, that's the thing about the headsets. Like, it's so just like plug it in the back and like just put it on. Put this down, start talking.
Okay, but it doesn't work anymore. Something's going on with the sound, man.
It might be
Chat, can you guys hear that? Does that just?
It might also be because I used to like take it out back. So the Saturday shows, I would take the computer out back and start talking from there. So maybe that I'm indoors now so much, might be just picking up like ambient noise more.
Well, what are you plugged into?
I'm plugged in the back of my desktop.
Well, what's your plug? I mean, I don't know. Something's just you can hear it.
Perba mute me.
I have to mute him, but he unmutes himself when he can't talk without hearing it. So it's a bad USB. Hey, unplug it from one USB and plug it into another. Let's see if that works.
Okay.
Can't believe we're doing this in the middle of the stream.
Is that better?
Hold on, just leave it unmuted for a while.
Does that sound better?
Hold on, just yes.
That sounds better.
Yes, and you actually sound better. You actually sound better.
Oh, because all I did was like just pull it out of the bag and was like put it in like the next USB slot over.
That's what he said. It's a bad USB.
Okay.
Hopefully, we don't hear anything. Let's just.
Okay, so I can go back to being lazy and not have to have two microphones again. Okay. No, well, I guess I can't because Vince says I.
You should. Yeah, she sent you a mic, dude. Everything that woman sends me, I'm plugging right in.
Yeah.
By the way, I love you, Ray. Thank you.
Yeah, Ray. I'm not like being stingy with that. So it's just my problem is like I get used to like doing one thing. I just like get complacent.
A lazy journalist. I never. That doesn't even.
I'm not lazy about writing.
But you do.
I'm lazy about anything. I'm lazy about. Okay, I'm not. I'm lazy about. Or I'm not lazy about writing. I'm not lazy about work. I'm not lazy about martial arts. I'm not lazy about, just chatting about these kinds of things. Everything else in life, I'm lazy about. Okay, Vor says I sound better, but the bad part is that's me.
What do you say?
He says the good thing it sounds better. The bad part is Brad says. The bad part is I sound.
Well, that part, you can't really.
Oh yeah, because especially because we just had a raid scene alert. Okay, let's. Well, I guess we can rule out the headset going bad because, as Vince suggested, then all I did was like just pulled the end of the plug out from behind the computer, and I just put it in the next like USB slot right next to it.
He said, "Try your mute shortcut."
Like this. All right.
Oh, that okay. I heard it again.
Well, I mean that again. That I think that's to be expected though, because
that part is okay because it phases back in.
Yeah, again, I flipped the little switch and then I'm the same way, Aaron. It's like I got.
That's cool, but when you're doing presentation, like like I'm working on ours, like this is. I finally got the stuff.
I'm not. I promise, I'm not taking it for granted. It's just I just get complacent.
Yeah, that's sad. That is sad. Sad. Don't send Brad nothing else. Damn it.
Ray, I'm absent-minded.
Ungrateful mofo.
I'm ungrateful. Nothing. I was just these were just working so good for me.
Those look like something from the 70s. How old are those?
What these?
Yeah, did she get you those two, or are those from like
these
Radio Shack?
when she sent them to me.
Did she sent you those two? Okay.
Yeah.
Are those razors? Those are razors. They just look weird. All right. Well, now that we have peace, it's back to the show.
Okay. Now that we have peace, we're gonna point out raid scene alerts and talk about Pineapple Pizza. And what is? I'm gonna pull up Clancy Brown again because he has a really extensive history of both DC and Marvel. Like with his biggest as far as like both companies, probably his biggest role they associate with him is voicing Lex Luthor on Superman the Animated Series.
Which I barely noticed, by the way.
Say again?
I barely noticed, and I watched all that series.
What else has he done? He was on The Flash. He's only on 4 episodes. He was General Wade Ealing on The Flash. He was where is he at? This is all TV stuff, by the way. Yeah, he was also on The Punisher. He reprised his role as Ray Schoonover on The Punisher. He was just Salvatore Maroni on The Penguin.
The dumbest death in the show, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, he was voiced Lex Luthor on Superman the Animated Series. Let's see, what else has he done? So, boy, returned to voice Lex on Justice League Unlimited. He voiced Lex, Mr. Freeze, and Bane on the Batman animated series. He was Mr. Sinister on Wolverine and the X-Men. He was Captain Stacy, the Rhino, and Ox on the Spectacular Spider-Man. He was the voice for a couple episodes of Batman: The Brave and the Bold. He voiced Odin on Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Yeah, he's just voiced like DC and Marvel stuff left and right. And of course, as we all know, by far his greatest role with either company was portraying Parallax in the Green Lantern movie. Yeah, yeah, he was also in Thor Ragnarok. And I think he was in Thor: Love and Thunder too. We don't really talk about that last one though. Yes, he is, Aaron. Yes, he absolutely is. And on top of that, also remember him as the Kurgan in Highlander.
Well, that's his most famous role.
One, most recently was who was he in John Wick 4? He was the Harbinger in John Wick 4. Yeah, he's well associated with all kinds of sci-fi and superhero and horror and action related stuff. The suit green or animated. Listen, I thought the suit was actually pretty. I enjoyed the suit in the movie. Now, granted, that image we got of William T. Carr as Green Lantern, and what we saw of Yalinger and the in history, that's the ideal. I mean, that just perfected everything I wanted to see in a Green Lantern suit. And I especially really liked what they did. That they had, they had that kind of the hologram lantern where they had like the main emblem on his chest and they had the hologram of it hovering a couple inches over it. That was something I really, really liked. It was a really great design touch. Oh, look at this, Aaron. Daredevil fighting ninjas. What is this? What is this, Aaron? What is this, Aaron?
Okay, I am about to.
Aaron, what is this? It's a raid scene alert.
I'm about to end the stream. Just to stop this.
If we ever do another watch party of Batman v Superman, I'm definitely doing a raid scene alert in the
You
warehouse.
were just not going to do another watch party of Batman.
You're going to just rule out watch parties because they have raid style fight scenes in them.
He knows he's there. That's what I love about this scene. Is he knows he's there.
This is actually pretty cool too, because this plays a little bit on his super hearing. You see with him zeroing in on their breathing. But again, that's something I do hope we get more of in Born Again is we see more of the radar sense, like see more of the radar sense, because we only got the one glimpse of it in season 1. By the way, Aaron Glancy Brown also he voiced a Long Thing on Avatar: The Last Airbender. So another thing very close to both of our hearts.
There we go. All right, just enough topic.
Sticks doing his thing. Yes, yeah, Sticks doing his thing. He's another one where I'm kind of like, how likely do you think it is that we see Stick in Born Again?
I'm very sure he's going to. These are component characters that you need to tell his story at this point.
Well, like if you had to pick, like between Elektra and Stick, like who do you think? Like if you like what percentage would you like chance wise would you give to either one? Like who do you think is like? Do you think either of them has like a higher percentage, or is this like is like dead even between them?
I think it's dead even.
You think so?
Yeah. This was a weird episode, by the way. Little man's taking the pain. Look at that.
Yeah. Oh man, Hurt's just looking at that.
It's a Vietnam torture.
Yeah, I know. That's why they were doing like POW camps.
He's laughing. He's fucking with him, Steve.
Oh man,
That's a tough old man, dude. I would not. Look at that.
Man,
look at that. Look at that. Do you remember that shit?
Man, I'd be screaming my head off. They're sticking chopsticks under my fingernails like that.
He's calculating and shit. He's drawing that in. He did. This guy is just not to trifle with.
And he just bit a dude's ear off. And this is where it becomes like pertinent to ask when they say Born Again is even more the violence is even more heightened in Born Again.
By the way, horrible camera work here. But if you notice, look at his hands after the shot.
Oh yeah. Well, his left hand, it's like he doesn't have any blood there. Yeah, it's a little mistake they flubbed there. Minus the odds of fight scenes. Yeah, this is you have a couple of those in the season. That's why I see again. I love every season of Daredevil, but I do rank season 2 the lowest out of the three of them.
Wow,
because it does out of the three of them is the ones that has the most areas where it does kind of drag. Favorite actor is Fred Tatasciore. He's literally is he in Daredevil? Go ahead and look that up real quick.
those of you who thought Nobu was dead, by the way, I just chuckle at you. I mean, I hope you really this is not a surprise to you, but hey.
This is cool because they had Aaron actually double Electra in the splash. Yeah, that's Aaron hitting the kickback there. So they had Aaron portraying the young Electra. They didn't tell anybody until now. It's like we're only finally knowing this. Okay, I'll give that a look, man.
Oh my god, the whiny electricity.
He just stabbed that guy with one of those chopsticks that were shoved up his fingers.
Yeah.
I think he did. Yeah. That sigh through the throat. You know, Aaron, this is like I think you might need to have an alert for some. This is this like what do we need to alert for? Oh, raid scene alert. Raid scene alert.
Stay focused, please.
Oh, I'm so focused I can't
On
miss
the,
a
what
raid
we're
scene that
actually
needs to be alerted
doing
to.
and watching. What we're actually doing and watching.
Aaron, were you get that patented?
Oh,
I'm cutting you in on half the royalties on it.
My apologies to those people watching the show for the first time. This is you. If you feel lost, it's because you probably are. I'll hopefully have this edited
William keeps
out.
cutting you off like every time
I'll have
alert
all the
you to
raid
the
stuff
important raid
edited
fight
out
scenes.
before you watch this show. Hopefully.
Half a tenth of a cent. Oh, guess who's back? Back again. Frank is back. Tell a friend. Yeah, poor Karen. I'm telling you, Aaron, when we get to season 3, the episode's titled Karen, you're going to be saying a lot of poor Karen there.
Not the way I needed to, though.
She has some tragedy in her backstory, man.
Yeah, but it's not the
And
tragedy.
a lot of it is self-inflicted.
I mean, there's all kinds of shit in there. There we go. Yeah. When the ninjas run away from you, you know you're some serious. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the way his finger like twitches like that when he's looking at all those guns.
Yeah, I know.
He pranked down some yummy guns.
Yeah,
Yes,
for those of y'all who didn't see his skull, what will become his skull is right there as well.
He's like a kid at a candy shop. Yes, he is. Oh, and man, there's an alert that you might want to break out for this scene too.
It's like fucking ninjas did the Pez dispenser. There's like, how many more you killed? There's 3 or 4 of them. They're like the popoids off of fucking
I mean, the hand is like, I mean, really, it's like one of them dies, like 2 more pop up.
Yeah, it's like what are those popoids from Power Rangers? All right, guys, that's it for tonight. We got one more episode left in season 2. Then it's on to season 3. I hope you had the strength and the fortitude to ignore all of Brad's rage references. Chopping up
by what you mean you caught all
we
of them.
were glad that thank you to Vince that was able to fix Brad's sound issues, so that did that along with the raid references didn't drive me absolutely batshit crazy. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Hope you enjoyed the commentary that was relevant to the episode. And we will schedule episode 13 here probably within the next couple of days.
Yeah, and it'll probably be like episode 13 and then episode 1 of season 3, like that same night.
So we can basically do that next week then. So we can go. All right, cool. We'll set it up. All right. Right under our talking heads, you'll see youtube.com/@the-Sci-Fi Center. For those of you who are watching on Twitter, those of you who are watching elsewhere, and those of you who are watching just randomly later on, please like, subscribe, share the broadcast, share the channel. It helps us grow. And we will be back to our normally regular scheduled nonsense probably tomorrow night. All right. For Brad, I'm William. See you later.
Happy birthday, Aaron.